guys, I'm Brian.
And I'm Terry.
Welcome back to another episode in our Forest to Farm series here on Survival Dispatch. Today we're going to be looking at installing the rebar in our footings, and this really is a very menial task.
Yeah, it's not rocket science at all.
No, you've just got to watch out for your overlaps, and that's going to vary probably with your area.
Oh yeah, and overlap you have to be 50 times the diameter of your rebar. We used half inch rebar, which was number four. So 50 times 1/2 inch is 25 inches.
Yeah, so you got to have a 25-inch overlap so that
you lose 2 foot on every rebar. So when you're calculating how much you need, you got to calculate in that extra 2 foot every overlap.
Yeah,
that adds up.
And also, one thing to consider, yes, you can run to your local big box store and buy 10-foot sticks of rebar. At least that's what they carry in our area. But you check a supply house. At the time of purchasing our rebar, it was, I think, $7.97 for a 10-foot stick. It was $1 more at the supply house for pros for a 20-foot stick. That's a no-brainer.
And we paid like $25 for delivery?
It was $25 for delivery. So
we saved a bunch of money.
We bought all 20-foot sticks of rebar.
And they brought them to us.
They brought them to us for 25 bucks. There is no reason to not use 20-foot rebar when you can do that.
Exactly, and
that's
that much less joints.
Right, that's a ton of time twisting all the wire for the joints, calculating all of those distances.
And if you have more joints, if you have 10-foot sticks, you've got twice as many joints as 20-foot sticks, because there's a joint at 10 foot.
Yeah.
So you're losing 2 foot every time you do that. So for every 20-foot stick, you've saved 2 foot already.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. Yeah. And it's easier to work with, especially when you get to your corners. If you want to keep a joint out of a corner where a 10-foot stick might be getting close, 20-foot's going to wrap the corner and keep going. Makes life a lot easier.
Yeah, and speaking of corners, there were times that we weren't experts at it. There's a calculation for figuring out where you start your bend and what it's going to end up at. We didn't really care about that. We bent it in the middle, stuck the corners in there, and then made the other sides meet up and cut it wherever it needed to be cut. We just didn't worry about it that much.
We bent 20-foot sticks and dropped them in all the corners.
And that made it so much easier.
You've got a 10-foot lap going out both sides, and you cut to fit in between. It's so much easier to cut a short 20-foot or a 20-foot piece shorter than worrying about calculating that bend.
Yeah, and your corners and tees are where your weakness is in your foundation. Well, I'm thinking that joint might be a possible weakness as well. So get the joint away from the corner of the tee.
Yeah.
So just bend 20-foot sticks, drop them in all the corners, and then make everything else fit. It was so much easier for us.
Yeah, very efficient. May not be the way pros do it, but it worked very well for newbies.
Yeah, for rookies.
Yeah.
We get it done. It may not be fancy, but we get it done.
That's exactly right. And one thing we do in this video is we use a 3/4 inch, or no, a 1/2 inch conduit bender to bend rebar, and then we also use a 3/4 inch rebar bender that a friend's father was getting rid of some stuff, and he gave it to us. So
he was getting rid of junk, and we were picking it up.
Yeah. So it came in very handy here, especially when we were dealing with our bulkheads. We had to make an awkward backwards bend, and it was very difficult to work out with the conduit bender. So we used the conduit bender first, and then use the rebar bender, and we were able to get that S bend to drop down in the bulkhead and keep going.
And if you use a conduit bender, you're going to have a big round turn.
Yeah.
If you use a rebar bender, it's like
it's a very sharp 90. So there's a big difference in the style of bend you get.
Yeah, but it works.
But you can stick an eye bolt in a 4x4 and have somebody stand on it and bend rebar. It's not difficult.
Exactly.
It's not rocket science.
Yeah.
So
I've seen where people drill a hole in a 2x4 and then have somebody hold it and the other one get on the other side and bend it down.
You're bending malleable steel. Nothing to it. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just sit back and enjoy. We're just installing some rebar.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and coming up, we're going to be pouring footings.
Finally. It's going to be really nice.
Finally.
If you like what you're seeing, guys, give us a big thumbs up for a like. Hit that subscribe button below. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Have a good one.
See you next time.